Hold on. Let me take a sip.
What? Everything works?
I don't jinx it. Just stop.
And Tori's at home?
That is the miracle.
Yay! How was your travel?
Oh, miserable. But that, you know.
Excellent.
It's just so far. Like, you know, I had to go $4.95. I'm complaining. Such a mess. I had to go $4.95 around Boston because the traffic through Boston was crazy.
Yeah, that's the worst.
It's just the longest wait. And, like, you know it's so much shorter to cut. And then you're dumped by the Bourne Bridge. And then there's traffic in the Bourne Bridge. So now I'm, like, scooting almost in the dirt on the other side of the rumble strip to get off the exit to go across to the Sagamore side, like the other way. Like typically your GPS wants you to go on the Cape side. So I was going on the other side, the land side to get, you know.
Everything is under construction. It's the last push before winter comes. So I feel like everyone's like, tear it up. Let's do it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
My husband had to leave this house at like 6:00 this morning for an 8:30 appointment because we drove through Hyannis, which is basically a war zone. And I'm not saying that lightly. I know what's going on in the world, but literally every single road.
Phrase. Oh, really?
Every single road is ripped up. It's awful. So yeah, happy travels, everyone.
Yeah,
I was Friday the 13th.
I think I won't be going into Hyannis today. I was going to go into the store today, and I told them I'd see them tomorrow. I'm going to do a work from home day because I was like,
You're like, psych, I can't do it.
I can't do it. And I had to pack. I leave for Aruba next week.
Yeah.
So it was great.
That's exciting, though.
Oh my God, I have to, but then I get home and I have things to do that weekend, and then I leave. So I'm like, I have to pack tomorrow. Like you don't have any other time.
Warm water, fun travels, all that training you've been doing.
Well, so the funny
out there in the open ocean.
So the funny part is that at work, we're gearing up for holiday season and winter. So everything I'm opening is like Christmas red, Christmas green, big puffer coats, beautiful wool things, little hats, little socks. Like everything is like getting ready for winter. And I have to like revert my brain back to like, nope, you're still going to the sunshine. So don't put those shorts away. So I'm like straddling the two seasons here, trying to keep my brain split. So
yeah, I have all of my totes open in my bedroom. It's a disaster.
Yeah.
I feel like this episode is titled Disaster.
Yes, for sure. But I'm so excited. It's going to be so much fun. A new place I've never been. I really, I like.
Yeah, I've never been. Enjoy.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Well, good for you.
Well, you travel all over the world. Don't give me that.
No, I know. We're working right now, planning our like Austria, Germany, that ridiculousness for Lily's graduation. That's what she wants. So yeah, we're doing a family European trip. So fun.
Again, okay, but the first one went good enough though that they don't hate each other and want to do it again, so that's a good thing.
Exactly. And she's graduating. This will be like the last of it. Although she's so dramatic right now.
Wait, you say right now? Not like in general, not as a human?
I feel like it's like amped up a few notches, which I didn't think could happen, but here we are.
She is like the most iconic drama
well, this week has been Spirit Week, and then today she's like dressed in black. I was like, it's Blue and White Day. She's like, I'm not. See if you can get a refund for my ticket. I'm not even going to homecoming. I don't even know.
Did something happen?
Because she hasn't found the right dress.
I so horrifically appreciate that energy.
Cancel it all.
Yes. I just get that energy. Like if I don't look cute, then I'm not leaving the house. It's the motto of my life.
Oh, so funny. And I was out late last night. I was like trying to get everything together. I'm missing a cord for my travels. So I'm like, great. Looks like Best Buy is in my future today.
Oh, yeah,
awesome. So yeah, I was judging a lip syncing competition.
Yeah, I was going to ask
you
where?
At the Cape Dennis. It's at the theater.
Oh yeah.
So cute.
I have questions. They had so it was a lip syncing competition?
Correct. There was a trophy awarded at the end of it.
In Dennis. What kind of competitors did you have out there?
They were amazing, actually. There were 6 competitors. There were 3 rounds. It was very well thought out. The winner was like really put a lot of work into it. There was choreography. There were other people involved with it.
Respect.
She was throwing thongs off the stage.
What was the song?
Raise Your Glass.
Cute.
So she had the little, I forget what she had called them, but it was a bunch of like kids. There were umbrellas. There were streamers. It was a lot. It was my friend Jess Georges from over at Green Road Refills. That was the choreographer.
Wow.
It was like it was a serious lip syncing competition.
I love that. I really do. I like that people are like finding something to do in this quiet season of Cape Cod.
Yeah,
Whatever
exactly.
it takes.
And so the winner, Erica, she is now known as Queen Lip Synca, and that's the only thing that she will be referred to as.
I love the energy. I really do.
It was really a good night. It was a nice community night. Our friends from Community Productions did a very nice job putting this whole thing together. So it was
That's
nice.
awesome. I'm sorry, I just noticed. Are you in a blazer today? What
I
is
do.
that?
I'm businessing today. No, like I have actual work to do today.
We're in two different modes today. I was like, I need
Work.
15 extra minutes because I pressed the snooze button and you're sitting there in a blazer, but that's quite a swap we've got going.
Right? A little bit different. I'll put my makeup on while I'm sitting in traffic today. It's fine.
Oh my God. The move.
Well, I know I'm going to be sitting in plenty of traffic because I do have to go into the city today.
Be careful
Freaking
today.
Hyannis. I know.
Oh, Hyannis. Oh, you're fine. I thought you meant
I'm
like
not going to
city.
Boston.
Okay. I was like,
That's
be
why I
careful
refer to it as the city.
got it. Yeah. Be careful everywhere today. I think it's going to be just crazy out there.
Yeah, well, it is Friday the 13th, so we do have to absorb some of that energy, and whatever's going to happen is happening.
And
do you ever have that conversation with yourself where you know it's going to be bad and you're like, I'm going to be okay?
Yes. So
whatever's going to happen, I'm just going to relax into it because there's nothing I can do about it.
The phrase I say to myself is the time's going to pass anyway. The time, like, no matter what you do, it's going to become over. Like, the time's just going to pass. Like, it might suck. The minute might suck, but the minute's going to go by anyway. So
I've had that conversation with myself all week long. All week long. Just getting back into the mode of not at somewhere else and then being back at home and all the stuff that was left behind that needs to be cleaned up and people quitting on me and problems I needed to solve this week that I was not really loving to solve. And I didn't want to deal with that. So
you don't ever want to deal with the people issues though. You have a tendency to procrastinate those.
I'm not good at managing people.
You're not.
I love you to stuff in time, but not people.
I love you to death. I love you to death.
I can count time like a mother, but I cannot manage people.
You're so good at doing your stuff. Like the delegation and the people management is not. But that's when I come in and I'm like, who are we mad at and what do I need to say? And
where is it happening?
Tell me what's going on and I will draft that email for you. No problem.
Legitimately. So let's get into what's roasting. Are you ready?
Let's go. Yes.
Because the woman who seems like she can do all of the things keeps doing all of the things. Taylor Swift is having her like moment. Like when we thought she had a moment, no. Hold my beer. This is now another moment. It's ridiculous. The elevation.
And my coworker are having date night this weekend. We're going to go see the Eras movie, even though we've already went to the concert. And we're going to wear our Eras concert gear to the movie. Obviously. Yeah, this was awesome. Like every time she just keeps popping up. She's just going from like the one thing to the next thing. And it's just iconic. And then Beyoncé shows up.
I know.
As if it couldn't get any better. Then you see the two queens, and like, then I don't know about you, but I immediately felt guilty about saying about Beyonce, like, I don't know, she kind of a copycat. I don't know.
And if you missed that episode of ours, go ahead and listen on back. It's there.
Now I'm suddenly feeling guilty about that perspective and saying, I don't know, like kind of shade to Beyonce for copying Taylor on this. But then Beyonce goes and shows up at the premiere. Although I was kind of laughing at her outfit. She looks like she showed up in like legitimate leggings next to Taylor Swift's like ball gown.
She's like, yeah, and
well, they're like skinny back pants and some crazy chrome fashion moment top. But I was like, Beyonce, you showed up in leggings. Like you showed up to a movie premiere, which like I love that.
Right. And like her house clothes.
I know.
Awesome.
You can see she just like, this is what I just vacuum in.
Yeah, right? Yes, exactly.
I mean, if
And
you're Beyonce.
and you were talking
Whatever.
about the movie for a second, and I just want to rewind because I did post a I guess a response. A main theater said that they were not going to carry her movie. And it was a decision that he had to make
Yeah.
because it's, a very small theater, the
Yeah.
cost that they're demanding. So basically his problems were with the production of the movie. They were demanding it be 1919, and I understand why, or 19 whatever, 1989,
Yeah.
and then it was 1313 for the
Yeah.
kids ticket. And I understand like the importance of that for Taylor's numbers,
Yes. Yep.
but a studio shouldn't be dictating to the proprietor what they can sell something for. So basically, he was like, listen, I have free tickets that we give out. We keep our costs low. I do this because of this. I can't just get this movie. I will lose my shirt if I get this movie. And
Yeah.
it was a real decision that he had to make. And I'm glad that he said something because,
Yeah.
she's not for everybody. You don't have to take it if you don't want to.
So I think it's really interesting from a business perspective, right? Because you have to weigh those options back and forth. And there's
Yeah.
obviously a business to cinemas that I don't fully understand. But from what I do understand, you buy into specific studios and specific publishers to be able to get access to be able to show the movie. And there's a few of them. Well, this movie was by a different distributor. It wasn't one of the major ones. Like when you buy Disney, you buy all the Disney movies. Like you subscribe to getting those Disney movies. This was separate. So you had to buy the rights to show this movie, which is a hefty sum. And then you recoup those via ticket sales, right? And I think when you have a small theater and only a certain amount of seats, even if the demand is there to be able to increase the price point to cover that cost, you might not have the population to sell as many tickets at that demanded price point to be able to cover the cost of what it would require to buy that movie, right? You don't have necessarily the demand. So I think from a business perspective, it makes total sense to me. And I think coming out and saying, hey, this is how the movie business works. This is why I'm not carrying it because we don't have the population to be able to support this is totally sane.
Yeah, right. It was like I had to make this decision for our business line, and I've been in business for 35 years. So this is how we do things.
What's interesting to me is that cinemas and independent movie theaters make these decisions all the time. They decide how many weeks they're going to carry it. They decide if they're going to continue to carry the movie.
It's a juggling act all the time to keep your bottom line above water.
My little theater in Maine has to decide which two movies they're going to pick, right? If you're driving, you have to pick the two movies. You have to pick the whatever you're doing. So what's fascinating about this is this happens all the time that cinemas are trying to decide what they're going to show. And it doesn't make a headway. Like a little theater in Maine isn't like, we decided to not buy The Exorcist, and it doesn't make a headline, right? Like nobody cares. They're like, bummer, I'll go 2 towns over and get it. Like the fact that a little town in Maine came out and said, hey, I'm not buying the Eras movie. Sorry. Like I'm not buying the Tor movie.
Well,
sorry.
basically
And it
he had to because there was going to be a riot. Like everyone was pissed and he had to explain himself, which kind of stinks.
Yeah.
But I mean, you have to make those decisions. And sometimes in life, you can't afford something. You don't buy it.
But it just goes back
to what happens.
It just goes back to what I've been saying since last spring, which is this girl can't take a step without it being a national headline.
Correct.
Nobody can say anything about Taylor without it being a national headline. And what she's doing for media and for the economy is absolutely mind blowing. That things that would not be stories are stories. She takes a sip at water at our concert and it's a story. It's unfathomable.
Well, that's it. That's like the football headline she's now making where Al Michaels promises not to overdo the Taylor Swift coverage during the Chiefs game.
So funny.
When your announcers have to promise not to talk about Taylor Swift the entire time during football because it's bothering the boys.
Well, rightfully so.
What?
Sorry, I said, but also rightfully so. Boys, we have to deal with your crap all the time. Give us this. And by the way, I just want to point out, boys, NFL, whatever, the reason they're talking about Taylor so much is because it's bringing the dream demographic to the NFL. All they've ever wanted is young women to come and watch these games. And now they are, and they're trying to keep us They know that we're only here to see a glimpse of Taylor and what she's doing and to hear her music and to hear the jokes. They're
Well,
trying
I'm
to give us
sorry.
the
I've
same
never
result.
watched football less in my entire life than I have this season. It's only because our Pats suck so bad.
Oh, yeah, so bad. So bad.
I can't watch it. I'm like, ugh, whatever. What are we doing on Sunday? Because we're not watching the Pats.
She
It's
was
so bad.
So Taylor was at the game last night. I fell asleep, so I was not paying attention. So did she go to the Chiefs game last night? Is that what happened?
Apparently. Yep, she was hugging Chiefs and Broncos and hugging Brittany
that's Brittany Mahomes.
Holmes, and yep, that was last night's game.
Am I toxic if I say I might be questioning my resistance to Brittany Mahomes now just because
Oh my
she's
God,
Taylor's
yes.
friend?
No, we don't like her.
Just remind me why we don't like her, because
We
like
don't
I
like
kind of
her.
forget.
She's annoying. Because she's rude
But so
and
am I.
childish. No, not in public.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, and they had the whole brother situation. Yeah.
It's weird. We don't like her.
Okay, fine. I just wanted to make sure I remembered why we didn't like her. If she's becoming Taylor's friend, I just wanted to confirm.
How can you not become Taylor's friend? Everyone wants to be Taylor's friend.
Yeah, but why does Taylor want to be her friend?
Because she wants to get along and be accepted into the team.
Okay, true. I would do the same thing.
Right. You assimilate.
I would try and friend all my.
Can we all just be my friend, please? Thank you. Yes. You make good friends where you are.
Was Mama Kelsey there? Do we know?
I didn't see if she was, but I'm sure she was. She doesn't tend to miss games unless it's with the other son. I don't know where he is.
What's the other? Jason?
Yeah,
With
probably.
the wife and kids? I was the other one. It doesn't matter now.
The other one that didn't win the Super Bowl.
You lost the Super Bowl anyway.
We might remember you, but you didn't win a Super Bowl, so sorry.
All right, what else we got on the docket today? Run me through.
So finally, this whole dust up happened where the two anchors from I forget what it was, Good Morning America, whatever it was, the Today Show.
I remember this story.
Yes.
They all they ran off with each other.
Yes. So TJ Holmes is finally settling his divorce after a year-long affair with Amy Robach. That it was exposed. Who knows how long it was going on before that, but finally they're getting to the divorce portion.
Maybe it's just because I'm watching so much Suits, but like this would be a great drama show. Like two news anchors.
Yeah, it's already out there. It's called The Morning Show.
Oh.
On Apple. Definitely go watch it.
Okay,
if you've not seen it, it's Jennifer Aniston and Steve Carell. It's really good.
Apple? Can I steal your Apple so I can see it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think so. I know. I can't deal with another one. I really can't. Ugh, it was like this week with another Prime Day. I'm like, wait a minute, it's another Prime Day?
I said the same thing. I was like, didn't we just have this? Why did I spend so much money in August?
Damn it. And then I was sitting there shopping. I wasted a whole half an hour of my day shopping. Didn't buy anything. It's the worst.
I bought a scuba wetsuit. That was my big purchase this week.
Well, that's like stuff you're gonna use. Like
things I never thought I would say though. Like how do I pack a wetsuit in my flippers?
Well, I had one of those moments this week also. Things that I never thought I would be shopping for. I was shopping for Santas.
Wait, like figurine Santas? Like
no.
Santa costumes?
Real life people to play Santa for events. It was really weird with all of their photos like up on the paper. And,
oh my
what
God,
they
like
do.
Santa for hire?
Yes.
So can I ask you? Maybe need
it felt very icky to me. It was almost like a pedophile profile. It was.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, are they background checked? Like, why does this work?
They are. It's a specific website that you go for like gig hires, and they have certified ones that have been background checked and all of that stuff, and all of their photos and references and whatnot. So it gets deeply into it. But here I am, Santa shopping.
Can we? How do we turn this into a thing? Like auditions for?
Right?
Is this for Mashpee Commons Santa?
No, it's for the Cape Cod Children's Museum.
Oh, either all of the above though.
All of the good ones are taken. So they're either taken or they cost, listen to this one, $15,000. 15 G's to be a good Santa. So I was like, Cliff, we are dyeing your hair.
This is like a whole side business I didn't know about.
So
15 grand to show up and be Santa?
Right?
You must be a good flipping Santa.
Right? That's
Do you
what
think
I'm saying.
He does 4 of those a year, and he's got a regular salary above the poverty line.
Right. In a month.
He does 4 of those 4 days of Santa-ing a year.
Mm-hmm.
And he is above income for affordable housing.
Well, that's it. He can go live in a
That's
trailer in Florida and work on being a Santa. Just be lazy.
It's actually
get a
not
nice
a bad
beer
idea.
belly.
You come up from like November to December, you hang out with your family, you be Santa for 6-7 days at 15 grand, and then you spend the rest of the year in Florida.
Right. We're doing
I feel
it
like we're
wrong.
doing this wrong. Okay. What do you think an elf would go for? Because I feel like it's more in my variety.
I'm Mrs. Claus. What does Mrs. Claus get? Tori and I are changing everything, everyone.
If I show up to the Christmas party dressed as an elf, how much will you pay me?
You can be a sprightly elf. I will go as Mrs. Claus. We will get this done.
I gotta get like the little shoes that like go backwards with like the little pom-poms in it. I'll get ears.
We are working on our side hustles, everybody out there. I'm just letting you know we're doing it wrong.
That was a tangent from that news.
Well,
guy.
I just you brought up the things that you never thought we'd be shopping for. That was a special aside right there. But I mean, things that we're talking about doing it wrong. Look who's doing it right. I'm really happy for Lindsay Lohan. She's like momming.
What a comeback.
She's momming. And I didn't like the way People magazine, I felt like the title of the story was almost belittling. Like Lindsay Lohan is the most stable and confident she's ever been since being a mom.
Brutal.
I didn't like the title, but I am happy for her.
Yes, but the headline is derogatory towards mental health. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
That's all it is. Just stable. Like, okay.
So that's what like caught my eye anyway. And I was like, ugh, rude. It bothers me so much. But I'm so sick of the mom shaming, the way we act towards women wherever they are in their life and pointing out that they're a hot mess. Like we already know we're a mess. You don't need to tell us.
Yes. Real question. Is she doing any more Hallmark movies though? Because that one she was in that came out last year was so good.
It was so bad, it was good.
Yes, exactly. And now it is added to the regular rotation. And I need another.
It really was so bad, it was good, but I really liked it. All
the Christmas movies are so bad, they're so good. And now it just becomes like a staple. Like I'm 25.
Welcome.
That's it. Between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I like run them all out.
Yeah, I love it. So she's doing great. And then just another mom moment. Jenna Bush Hager was kind of mom shamed a little bit for letting her 4-year-old son still sleep in his crib despite thinking he's too old to do so. She was asking Hoda, is he too old?
Who cares?
Honestly, if your kid is sleeping and it's still confined, let it stay there.
Right. Like, aren't there children who are like crawling out of their cribs? Like, we don't condemn them.
Yes.
Why can't you chain your kid to your bed? Now suddenly we're asking why won't you? I don't know.
There's a cute little video of Cody when he was like 1, just like gnawing on his crib, climbing in and out of it on YouTube somewhere. It was like our first foray into uploading things onto YouTube, and I had like a bad Nokia phone.
Amazing.
It just made me laugh because if I could have kept that boy confined in an area where I knew he would be sleeping, then that would be great. I would go in his room and I would find him all over the room. He'd be in a closet. He'd be in a cabinet.
Oh my God, that's funny. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Developmentally, is there a developmental challenge?
No, I think maybe the kid's comfortable. If you're comfortable there, he's not in your bed.
I don't know. I'm 30 and still sleep with a t-shirt over my eyes, which is basically an adult version of a blankie. Like, why do we care?
I prefer to think of it as a mask for you, Tori.
You have shame for me that I sleep with a blankie. That's what I'm hearing. I also, with me to New Hampshire on my work trips, brought like a little stuffed octopus.
Just so I have it. It's the little things.
So alone. I don't know.
the little thing. Well, you are alone. I know it gets a little creepy and lonely when you're in a hotel room by yourself. It's weird.
Yeah, some like Holiday Inn. Yeah.
Yes, totally.
I had a really weird moment. I'm still not sure what happened. I decided I needed to get my rear end in gear a little bit and do something. So I wanted to go to the gym. So as I was coming in to the hotel from work, about to go change, I passed by the gym and there was a guy in it taking a selfie in the mirror. And I was like,
Ugh.
cool. You're like sitting on the bench. By the way, it's like a hotel gym. Like
there are 4 things here.
that's like a 300 square foot room that
I'm
they
at a
turned into
Holiday
a
Inn
gym.
working on my fitness.
Exactly. In the middle of nowhere, by the way, New Hampshire. So I go by, the lights are on, he's taking a selfie. I'm like, okay, I'm assuming that means he's going to be done in a minute. So I went up and I changed. Came back downstairs. The lights were off. And I was like, that's like, you go up to the door and you need to open it with your key. And I'm like, that's weird. The lights are off. But maybe he just like absentmindedly flicked him on his way out. I go to put my key in. Doesn't work. Go to put my key in again. Doesn't work. Go to put my key in again. And I'm like, what is happening? The lights are off and my key doesn't work. I'm like, this just feels weird. I could go to the front desk and ask. And I'm like, but I'm almost afraid of what I'd find if I like ask them to open the door or like cause a problem. So I'm going to go back upstairs. So I go back upstairs. Then I'm like milling around for a half an hour because I'm like, I don't want to eat yet. Like now I've got this massive hotel room.
This was the time I allotted for my gym and now I don't have one.
Now what do I do? And then I felt so guilty that I was like, maybe I didn't put enough effort in. Maybe I did it wrong. Something. I'm going to go try again. So I go back downstairs and I try again. My key works. The door opens. The place is pitch black. And I flick on the light. As I'm pushing the door open, the guy that was taking the selfie, still in his gym clothes, just walks by. And I walked into that gym and I looked around and I stood on the treadmill. I stood on the treadmill for a minute. And I pressed the start button and I started to walk. And I just had this like eerie feeling of like something gross happened here. And I immediately like turned it off and was like, I'm going back. I'm done. I'm done.
Workout complete.
So I have no idea. I don't know. And I don't have any good, I have no good theories. All I have is more questions, but questions I don't want the answer to. I don't know.
Yucky.
But that sketchy man was definitely doing something sketchy in that gym in the dark.
Oh yeah.
And
How was your meditation, Grossy?
I will never use that gym again. That's it. I like went to go touch things. I went upstairs and I immediately showered. I was like, I don't know. Scrub it off.
I don't know what I touched. I don't know what he touched. I don't know what was happening in here. But no, thank you.
So that was my story. Do you have anything else in the docket?
No, I did want to quickly talk about Kesha.
Again. I feel like it's like Shakira, Kesha are like the two weird people that we always talk about.
Well, she's single, ready to mingle. And she said she would like a sugar daddy.
All hail for coming out and saying it. Don't we all, girl?
I was like, you know what? I'm not mad about it.
If you find one, find two.
Thank you. We'll take it. And also Cardi B, I wanted to laugh about just because she got this ridiculous opulent Hermes, something $500,000 worth of. How much is too much stuff is what I wanted to ask you. Because I'm not one of those stuff people. But I feel like she has everything.
Have you seen your studio? Did you say you're not a stuff person?
No. I don't need any of this. I don't like any of this.
How many little like figurines and tchotchkes do you have on your desk? If you can you count them on less than one hand?
No.
Okay. So you may be a stuff person.
No, I don't need any of it. If it went away, I wouldn't be sad.
Okay.
She's getting Hermes bags. I'm just talking about luxury goods. Okay. I feel like she has all of these luxury items that, I mean, I have Pez dispensers. Little different.
Okay, fair. Yeah. I don't really understand the luxury goods thing. Like there's a lot of people out there who have them and resell them and invest them. Yeah, it's definitely a status piece for sure. I don't know. I don't know. I've never been, especially bags. I like can't wrap my brain.
It just takes up too much space.
And then, like, if you're carrying a $500,000 bag around, like, where are you gonna go? CVS? Like, where are you bringing this bag? Or like, you're bringing it to dinner? Well, don't get ketchup on it. Like,
Well,
I
that's it.
don't.
I would be afraid. I can't. Can I put it on the back of my? Can I?
No.
I don't want to put it on the floor.
No.
Do I sit it in my lap?
And don't
Now,
put it
where
in
do
your
I
lap
eat?
because then you're gonna get food. Like, no, that just feels too high maintenance for me for something I'm gonna put my phone and my lipstick in. And what if your lipstick explodes? Like,
Oh God,
stuff happens.
These are problems that I do not understand, but good for you and your very expensive pieces. Do we have any content recommendations? What have you been watching?
All I've done is watch Suits. I wish I had. Oh, I'm reading a book right now called The Rose Code, which is very good. It's set in World War II, believe in London, and it's about a story about women who are decoding German messages, and it's historical fiction, and it's really good. I'm only a little bit through it, but the ratings are great on Goodreads, so
Okay,
that will be my content rec. But I also can't personally endorse it for another week or so.
Like, I'm not done yet.
Yeah, so I'll let you know. That's it.
Well, I'm an uncultured swine. Haven't read anything in a bit. I am watching The Golden Bachelor though, and I really do like it. I've never watched any of the Bachelors. I hate them all. This one is really good. It made me cry.
Okay, so I have to get into it.
It's really good. And these women, I'm loving the 60 to 70-year-old woman crowd.
Oh, amazing.
They're fun. They're funny. There's one in there, Kathy, that makes me laugh. Although she looks like Caitlyn Jenner. It throws me off.
So I'll have to get into it. I have this person I'm seeing, whatever, because we're like traveling and have two different work lives right now, and from multiple different states right now, actually. So I was saying we need to like watch a show and then be able to like talk about it. So my pick was The Golden Bachelor, and his pick was Love is Blind. The problem is that like he doesn't have a Netflix account, so I'm gonna win out with Love is Blind because I can have him log into my Hulu. So I'm just gonna have to be like, this is what we're doing. I can't do
The Golden Bachelor. It's good. It's cute when they're comparing hearing aids, and I'm like, what am I watching?
Oh my God, he would love that too. I will hear about that for 3 days. Okay.
It is really, it is cute. I do like it because, there is love at that age, and it's just cute to actually watch them.
Like third and fourth love, right? Like people have been through relationships and then marriages and have had kids, and then they get to do it all over again. Like that's kind of cool. I love
it. It is awkward watching them kiss though.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Just prepare yourself for it. Other than that, get perky with us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at First Shot Morning Show.
The First Shot Morning Show is produced by Lemonadio. When life gives you lemons, make radio. We encourage everyone to listen happier.com.
Hooray!
Okay.
What's Monday?
Are we still recording?
No, we're done recording. Oh shit. But at least we got it.